I tested 20 of the most powerful home theater systems of 2026, and only 5 completely blew me away. From heart-pounding bass to stunning Dolby Atmos clarity, these setups redefine what true cinematic sound feels like. Whether you're watching movies, gaming, or streaming music, these systems deliver unreal audio performance and immersive surround sound. Get ready, these 5 insane home theaters of 2026 will leave you speechless. Don't forget to check out the product links in the description below each video for easy access to purchase your favorite tech products. Number 5. VIZIO 5.1 Soundbar SE. The VIZIO 5.1 Soundbar SE offers impressive value, especially if you're looking to upgrade from built-in TV speakers without breaking the bank. Its true 5.1 channel setup, comprising a main bar, wireless subwoofer and 2 separate surround satellites, delivers a noticeable step up in immersion compared to typical 2.1 or bar-only systems. Dialogue is clearer thanks to a discrete center channel, and the subwoofer gives enough oomph that movie effects and music bass feel meaningful rather than flat. For TV shows and general viewing in small to medium rooms, it checks most of the right boxes. Surround placement, via the 2 satellites, gives a better sense of space, setup is relatively simple, and the sound quality punches above its modest price. That said, there are some trade-offs to be aware. While the system supports formats like Dolby Atmos and DTS, the lack of dedicated upfiring/height drivers and a single HDMI eARC port, with limited pass-through options, mean it doesn't deliver the full 3D over-your-head immersion you'll find in higher-end bars or full speaker systems. Some reviewers found the bass to roll off earlier than premium systems, and the build quality and remote/control options are more basic than premium models. If you have a large room, watch a lot of Atmos-heavy content, or expect ultra-deep bass and top-tier connectivity, this may feel like a compromise, but for everyday entertainment and a major upgrade from TV speakers under budget constraints, it's a strong contender. Number 4. LG S95TR. The LG S95TR is a high-end soundbar system clearly aimed at home theater enthusiasts who want serious immersive audio without the complexity of a full AV receiver and multiple wired speakers. Packing a 9.1.5 channel layout, bar plus wireless subwoofer plus rear speakers plus upward/side firing drivers, and supporting formats such as Dolby Atmos and DTS-X, it delivers expansive sound that genuinely moves around and above you, especially in a medium-sized room. Setup is relatively simple. Wireless rear speakers and subwoofer reduce cable clutter, and the bar incorporates features like HDMI 2.1, 4K per 120 Hz, pass-through, Wi-Fi/Bluetooth streaming, and AI room calibration to optimize the audio for your specific space. Users own the clarity of dialogue thanks to a dedicated center channel and report that movie and gaming soundtracks benefit significantly from the immersion this system provides. That said, the S95TR is not without its compromises. Because it's still a soundbar-based system, albeit a very capable one, certain aspects, like the very lowest bass extension or ultra-precise height effects, fall a bit short of what you could achieve with a fully discrete speaker system, with ceiling-mounted drivers or large floor-standing subs. Some reviewers also note that the tonal character between the bar and the rear modules can vary, and the premium price means you'll want to ensure you have the room and the content to fully take advantage of what it offers. If you're looking for a true plug-and-play setup for a small room, a simpler model might suffice. But if your goal is high-impact surround sound with easier installation, the S95TR stands as one of the most complete all-in-one soundbar solutions currently available. In real-world performance, the LG S95TR shines with breathtaking clarity, depth, and dynamic range that truly transforms your living room into a cinematic space. The 9.1.5 channel configuration creates a sense of movement and space that feels alive. Sound effects sweep seamlessly across the room, while the upfiring and side-firing speakers add height and width that draw you deeper into every scene. Explosions hit with punch and precision, while quiet dialogue remains perfectly crisp and isolated in the mix. The wireless subwoofer delivers rich, room-filling bass without distortion, and the rear speakers effectively complete the surround field, making movies and games incredibly immersive. For music, the S95TR performs with equal confidence. Vocals sound natural, instruments are cleanly separated, and the tonal balance stays smooth even at high volumes. Number 3. Klipsch Flexus Core 300. The Flexus Core 300 positions itself as a serious, all-in-one, home theater upgrade. It features a 5.1.2 channel configuration, soundbar with built-in sub-drivers, no separate sub included, supporting immersive formats like Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. Inside the soundbar you'll find multiple front-firing drivers, side-firing drivers for wider soundstage, and up-firing drivers for height cues. One of its most distinctive features is the built-in support for Dirac live room correction technology, something rarely seen in standalone bars, allowing the system to optimize audio based on your room's acoustics, which contributes to cleaner bass response and tighter staging. Connectivity is generous, HDMI, including 8K/HDMI 2.1 pass-through, eARC, Wi-Fi streaming, AirPlay 2, Google Cast, Spotify, Bluetooth, USB-C and subwoofer output, in case you do decide to add a separate sub later. In practice, reviews highlight that the bar delivers strong clarity, very good dialogue performance via its dedicated center channel, and sound that feels fuller and more enveloping than many lesser bars. That said, the Flexus Core 300 does have some trade-offs worth being aware of. Since it's still a single-unit bar rather than a full 7.1.4 speaker system, the deepest bass extension and top-tier surround immersion, especially behind and above the listener, don't quite match what you'd get from discrete wired rear speakers and large separate subwoofers. Some reviewers have reported that at very high volume levels the built-in sub drivers may struggle or show distortion/rattling, especially without an external sub in the mix. Also, the full bandwidth version of Dirac Live, covering the entire sonic range, is an upgrade rather than included by default, so to unlock the absolute best tuning you'll incur extra cost and effort, calibration setup and external mic may be needed. Lastly, the unit's large width, over 50 inches, means you'll ideally pair it with a TV of similar size and ensure your room has space for it to breathe. Number 2. Bose Home Theater System. The Bose Home Theater System delivers a well-rounded, premium surround sound experience that's especially strong when your priority is effortless integration and immersive audio without diving deep into AV receiver complexity. In a typical setup you get a compact central chassis or soundbar-driven system, wireless or semi-wireless subwoofer and discrete satellite speakers placed around the room. What stands out most is how clean and balanced the sound is, dialogue remains crisp, sound effects span widely across the room and bass has real presence without dominating. The finish is refined, the pieces are designed to visually blend into living room environments and the setup process, while involving a few components, tends to be more streamlined than full separate systems. That said, the Bose system comes with trade-offs you should be aware of. First, the cost is relatively high compared to many home theater in-a-box alternatives, so you're paying for brand, finish and convenience as much as raw audio headroom. Second, because much of the electronics are integrated and tuned by Bose, your ability to upgrade individual parts, like switching out the satellite speakers or adding a larger subwoofer, is more limited than with modular AV systems. Additionally, in very large rooms or for listening at high-end levels, some users report that the deepest bass extension and finest surround speaker separation don't quite match custom-wired multi-speaker setups with top-tier components. In short, if you value clean sound, premium design, and simplicity, a Bose home theater system is an excellent choice, but if your focus is ultra-deep bass, modular expandability, or highest fidelity upgrade paths, you may want to compare alternatives too. Number 1. Samsung Q990F. The HW-Q990F is Samsung's flagship 11.1.4 channel soundbar package that offers serious home theater performance with surprisingly minimal wiring. It comes with a main soundbar, 2 wireless rear speakers, and a powerful wireless subwoofer, combining to create wide, layered sound that envelopes you from front, side, and above, ideal for blockbuster movies, streaming with Atmos, and next-gen console gaming. Key features include HDMI 2.1 inputs, including 4K per 120Hz and VRR/ALLM support, Dolby Atmos and DTS-X decoding, Samsung's room calibration, SpaceFit Sound Pro, and TV Sync features, Q Symphony. When paired with compatible Samsung TVs, reviewers found the dialogue exceptionally clear thanks to a dedicated center channel. Bass is both deep and controlled, and the surround and height effects are among the best you'll get from a soundbar setup. On the flip side, while it delivers top-tier performance, the HW-Q990F also carries the trade-offs typical of premium systems. It demands sufficient space for the rear speakers and subwoofer placement to shine, and its large footprint may not suit very small rooms. Although the subwoofer has been redesigned to be more compact, some listeners feel it still doesn't match the ultra-low rumble of a dedicated large form-factor subwoofer system. Additionally, because it builds on the previous generation, buyers upgrading from the earlier Q990D may see fewer dramatic improvements relative to the price premium. In sum, if your budget allows and your room and setup can accommodate it, the HW-Q990F is among the very best all-in-one soundbar packages you can buy. If your space, budget, or needs are more modest, you might achieve nearly as much for less. In real-world use, the Samsung HW-Q990F truly shines as a powerhouse home theater system, delivering an audio experience that feels cinematic and lifelike from every direction. The combination of its multiple drivers and wireless rears produces a dome of sound that captures every detail, from raindrops falling above you to footsteps moving across the room. Whether you're watching a movie, gaming, or streaming music, the sound remains crisp, full, and precisely balanced. The bass response is rich and thunderous without overwhelming the mids or vocals, and the dialogue clarity is excellent even at lower volumes. Samsung's Q Symphony feature also takes things to another level by syncing perfectly with compatible Samsung TVs, adding even more dimensionality to the audio. With its premium build, intuitive app control, and seamless connectivity, the HW-Q990F stands out as one of the most complete and immersive Dolby Atmos soundbar systems available today. And that wraps up today's journey through the world of tech wonders on high-tech. If you enjoyed this video and discovered some must-have gadgets, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You won't want to miss our daily dive into the latest and greatest in technology.